And finally, before we get to your questions, we have some news to announce.
Commissioner Kathy Engelberg, Commissioner of the WNBA, just announced that starting in 2025, the WNBA Finals format will change.
It was a moment that sent shockwaves across the sports world and ignited a wildfire of outrage online. During a nationally televised WNBA game, cameras caught Brittany Griner allegedly mouthing the words "trash F asterisk 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 ing white girl" toward rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, and the footage spread like a lightning bolt across social media. Within hours, fans slowed the clip down frame by frame, lip readers weighed in, and the consensus was near unanimous. The words weren't just harsh, they were racial, targeted, and unmistakably clear. For a league that champions inclusion and condemns hate speech in all forms, the response, or more accurately, the lack of one, was deafening. No statement, no suspension, not even a slap on the wrist. The silence only fanned the flames, leaving fans stunned and asking a very uncomfortable question. Why is the WNBA refusing to act when the entire country just saw what happened? And as the league remained quiet, a much louder conversation began to erupt. One that would pull back the curtain on much deeper issues simmering beneath the surface. Imagine for a moment if the roles had been reversed, if Caitlin Clark, a white rookie, had been caught on camera angrily muttering "trash black girl" during a heated game. The fallout would have been instant and devastating. Headlines would flood every major outlet. The league would rush to issue statements. Sponsors would flee, and Clark would likely face an immediate suspension, if not an outright ban. That's the unspoken reality many fans are grappling with as they watch Brittany Griner walk away without a single consequence after allegedly directing a racially charged insult toward Clark. The contrast is impossible to ignore. Commentators like Skip Bayless didn't hesitate to call it out, stating bluntly that if the roles were reversed, careers would be over by lunch. And yet here we are, Griner still playing, still starting, and the WNBA offering nothing but radio silence. This isn't just about what was said, it's about the precedent it sets. When one player can say what would ruin another's career and get away with it, fans are left asking, is the league enforcing fairness or playing favorites? From the moment Caitlin Clark stepped onto a WNBA court, it was clear she wasn't just another rookie, she was a lightning rod. But instead of being welcomed as a rising star, Clark became a magnet for hostility. Game after game, she's been shoved, elbowed, slammed into, and battered far beyond what most would call hard defense. The hits aren't subtle, they're intentional, repeated, and often ignored by referees. And now the words "trash F asterisk 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 ing white girl" allegedly hurled at her by Brittany Griner feel less like a one-off moment and more like the boiling point of a league-wide resentment. Analysts say Clark isn't being targeted because she's dirty or disrespectful. She's being targeted because she's dominant. And perhaps even more uncomfortable for the league to admit, because she's white. The trend is unmistakable. Physical aggression, social media mockery, and now alleged racial insults, all aimed at one player who's done nothing but elevate the sport. It's no longer a coincidence. It's a pattern. And fans are starting to wonder if the WNBA has the courage to call it what it is. There's an uncomfortable undercurrent flowing through the WNBA right now, and fans are no longer willing to pretend it isn't there. At the heart of it is Caitlin Clark, a white player who has not only shattered records and drawn millions of new eyes to the league, but who has also become the focal point of an escalating racial divide. The resentment she faces isn't hidden, it's open, unapologetic, and growing bolder with every game. When Brittany Griner allegedly called her a "trash F asterisk 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 ing white girl" on national TV, it wasn't just an insult. It tapped into a larger narrative of racial tension, one that other players have only fueled. Angel Reese reposted a meme mocking Clark as a white girl running from the fade, adding fuel to the fire with a post that wasn't from a fan account. It was from her own. These aren't fringe comments, they're coming from high-profile athletes, amplified by silence from the league, and creating a toxic message that race-based aggression is tolerated, so long as the target isn't one of their own. The result? A league once built on unity now feels divided, with the very fans who came to support it wondering if they're even welcome. In the wake of Brittany Griner's alleged outburst toward Caitlin Clark, the internet didn't just react. It reignited a long, smoldering controversy that's now going viral all over again. Speculation surrounding Griner's biological identity has resurfaced, not because of fringe conspiracy theorists, but because of a video Griner herself reportedly posted to her own Instagram. A topless clip that remained online for 106 weeks without ever being flagged or removed for nudity. Social media users have pointed out that Instagram's AI, known for aggressively policing exposed female torsos, appeared to treat Griner's chest as male, a detail that's now fueling debate across Twitter, Reddit, and even inside locker rooms. Some users are claiming that Griner's physical frame, deep voice, and lack of visible top surgery scarring suggest a deeper story, while unverified posts allege that her mother may have assigned her female at birth for personal reasons. It's a delicate and highly personal topic, and nothing has been confirmed, but the growing chorus of voices online has forced the league into an uncomfortable spotlight. Not because anyone is demanding gender conformity, but because in a league where fairness, transparency, and integrity are paramount, even the perception of an undisclosed advantage can erode trust. The fans aren't demanding judgment, they're demanding clarity. And so far, the silence is louder than the truth. Brittney Griner's name isn't new to controversy, but what's catching fire now is the growing perception of privilege that seems to follow her, even through the most serious of circumstances. In 2022, Griner was arrested in Russia for carrying cannabis, a charge that for most Americans would have meant years behind bars in a foreign prison. Yet in a stunning geopolitical move, she was traded back to the US in exchange for Victor Bout, a notorious arms dealer dubbed the Merchant of Death. That's not just a basketball story, it's a global political maneuver, and one that many feel would have never happened had Griner been, say, an unknown white player without public leverage. Fans have started to ask the uncomfortable question: is the WNBA star system quietly shielding certain players from accountability? The same league that moved mountains to bring Griner home now seems unwilling to hand down even the smallest consequences for a racially charged on-court insult. Meanwhile, players like Caitlin Clark, who've done nothing controversial, face unchecked hostility, minimal protection, and no signs of equal treatment. It's not just a PR problem, it's a moral one, and the silence surrounding it, that's becoming a scandal in itself. While controversy continues to swirl around Brittney Griner, one fact remains undisputed. Caitlin Clark is the heartbeat of the WNBA right now. From packed arenas to record-breaking broadcast numbers, merchandise flying off shelves, and jerseys with the number 22 becoming the unofficial uniform of the modern fan, Clark isn't just playing in the league, she's carrying it. Dubbed the Rookie of the Year, a frontrunner in MVP voting, and even referred to as the Michael Jordan of this generation, Clark's presence has elevated the visibility of the WNBA to heights it has never seen before. Young girls line up with tears in their eyes just to get a glimpse of her. Entire families travel across states to watch her in action. And yet, despite all this, Clark is treated not as the league's prized asset, but as its punching bag. While she brings millions of new fans into the fold, she's met with elbows, slurs, and institutional apathy. The same league that should be rallying around her success seems unwilling, or perhaps afraid, to stand behind her. It's a paradox that has fans scratching their heads. How can the WNBA grow if it can't even protect the very player responsible for that growth? In any professional sport, silence can be a strategy. But in this case, it's a signal, a dangerous one, as the controversy surrounding Brittney Griner's alleged racial slur against Caitlin Clark spirals into a full-blown cultural firestorm. The WNBA's refusal to address the issue is being seen not as neutrality, but as complicity. This is the same organization that rushed to investigate vague fan allegations involving Angel Reese. Allegations that were quickly proven baseless. But when clear footage, audible slurs, and mounting public outrage surround one of their own players, not a word, no disciplinary action, no clarification, no leadership, and fans have noticed. To them, the message is chilling. If you're a fan who asks the wrong question, you'll be scrutinized. But if you're a star who crosses the line, you'll be shielded. This kind of selective accountability is more than unfair, it's corrosive. It erodes trust, alienates new fans, and undermines the very values the league claims to uphold. In a sport that desperately needs growth and unity, the WNBA is instead sending a clear and damning message. Justice is optional and only for some. What the WNBA won't say, the fans are shouting from the rooftops. Across YouTube comment sections, Twitter threads, Instagram reels, and TikTok live streams, one phrase is echoing louder than ever: I stand with CC. It's more than a slogan, it's a movement. A growing wave of supporters is calling out what they see as blatant hypocrisy, and they're not letting it slide. They see a league that celebrates slogans like "no place for hate," while turning its back on a player who's been mocked, hit, and now allegedly racially insulted on national television. They see the double standards, the silence, the favoritism, and they're done being polite about it. New fans, many of whom tuned in because of Caitlin Clark, now find themselves questioning if this is a league that values integrity or just image. They didn't sign up to watch one of the greatest new talents get smeared and sidelined while the league protects those doing the damage. And so the fans are taking matters into their own hands, using their voices, their wallets, and their viewership to demand better. The message is clear. If the WNBA can't protect its future, the fans will rise up to do it themselves. This isn't just about one insult, one player, or even one game. It's about the soul of a league standing at a crossroads. The WNBA can continue down a path of selective outrage, hushed bias, and institutional silence, or it can choose transparency, fairness, and accountability for all. Caitlin Clark didn't ask to be the face of a controversy. She just wanted to play basketball. But she's become the lightning rod not only for talent and viewership, but also for a growing cultural tension the league can no longer afford to ignore. Fans have seen enough. They've seen the insults, the aggression, the imbalance, and the total lack of response. They're not waiting for press releases anymore. They're speaking with their voices, their loyalty, and their truth. So now it's your turn. If you believe Caitlin Clark deserves safety, dignity, and equal treatment on the court, let it be known. Drop a comment below. I stand with CC. Share this story. Keep watching. Keep asking questions. Because this isn't just about protecting one player. It's about protecting the integrity of the entire game. And if the WNBA won't do it, the fans will.